Hey everyone, and welcome to the Action Hero Podcast. Are you ready for a daily dose of pulse-pounding stories? We're going to tell them in a way that'll leave you craving more. I'm Adrian, your host, and I'm absolutely pumped to be here with you all today.
And I'm Julia, ready to break down the myths, the legends, and the hidden truths behind these awesome adventures.
All right, so today we're diving into ghost trails. And this story kicks off with a descendant of, you guessed it, Marco Polo. Our guy stumbles on a secret code hidden away in his ancestor's famous travelogue. And you know what that means.
A wild goose chase.
That's putting it mildly. This code sends him on a quest along the Silk Road.
And what's he looking for, you might ask? Well, legend has it there's this artifact out there, powerful enough to totally flip the balance of power.
Whoa, talk about high stakes. Uncovering secrets from centuries ago, dodging danger left and right, maybe even holding the fate of the world in your hands. Now, our main guy, he's a linguist. Not exactly Indiana Jones material.
Oh yeah, total fish out of water. The scholar's used to quiet libraries and deciphering ancient languages, and bam! He's thrown into this world of smugglers, warlords, ancient secrets along the Silk Road. Talk about culture shock.
It's like Indiana Jones meets a brainy professor.
Hmm.
What I think is really cool is how they blend the fantasy stuff with real places and real groups. You know, secret societies operating in bustling markets, forgotten shrines hiding clues, danger around every corner.
It's that hidden in plain sight thing that just pulls you in. The story takes place in actual locations. It grounds the fantasy in reality and makes you think, could this really happen? And then there's the whole treasure map angle.
Oh, yeah.
Marco Polo's travelogue isn't just some historical account. It's a guide to something way bigger, something with crazy power.
Okay, so picture this. The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, bustling with activity, just like it was back in Marco Polo's time. Our hero's not there to haggle for souvenirs, though. He's on the trail of his ancestors' clues, peeling back layers of history to uncover a hidden world.
And from there, he's off across deserts and mountains, deciphering codes carved into crumbling statues, finding messages hidden in forgotten shrines. Each step takes him deeper into this secret war over these powerful relics.
And he runs into some interesting characters along the way, like ruthless antiquities dealers, you know.
And then there are the followers of these ancient faiths. They're guarding secrets that have been passed down for centuries. It makes you wonder, what are their motives?
Our linguist starts off all cynical, but he turns into a hunted man, always looking over his shoulder. He has to think fast, use his brains, and instincts he didn't even know he had. It's a huge change.
Yeah, it's like survival boot camp. But here's the thing. The artifact itself is always a mystery. It's this powerful force that's hinted at but never fully revealed. Adds a whole other level of suspense.
Right, and the tension just keeps building till our hero finally reaches these ruins marked, "Here be dragons," in Marco Polo's journal, Chills Man.
Right. And don't forget, our protagonist's connection to Marco Polo, it's both a blessing and a curse. He's carrying the weight of his ancestors' legacy, but he's also using it to navigate this super dangerous path.
And then we get that epic showdown. We're left hanging as he steps into this chamber, facing whatever power lies within. It makes you wonder, will he make it out alive?
What really gets me is how they blend history and myth so seamlessly. It's like the lines between reality and fantasy get blurred. The Silk Road, with its ancient cities and lost routes, becomes this amazing setting for an adventure that feels both real and magical.
It's like taking a trip back in time. You can almost smell the spices, hear all those different languages, really feel the weight of history all around you.
And each location, from that bustling marketplace to those desolate ruins, it's like they're characters themselves, full of secrets just waiting to be discovered. And our hero, he's not just following a trail, he's walking in Marco Polo's footsteps, wrestling with the legacy of this legend.
It's not just about cracking codes. It's about our hero figuring out who he is, where he fits in this giant tapestry of history and adventure. He starts as a skeptic, someone who only sees the world through an academic lens. But the deeper he gets into this mystery, the more his view changes. He begins to see the world differently, not just as it is, but as it could be. A world where those old myths have real power, where the past shapes the present in some profound way.
And that transformation,
Yeah.
that's what makes this story so gripping. It's not just a hunt for some lost artifact, it's a journey of self-discovery, and the stakes couldn't be higher. This artifact, whatever it is, could totally disrupt the balance of power. Who knows what kind of chaos it could unleash if it falls into the wrong hands.
It's a reminder that history, it never really stays buried. The past can always come back to shake things up. And in a world that's obsessed with power, an artifact like this could change everything.
Absolutely. So we have this reluctant hero on a quest for a legendary artifact, a trail of clues leading him across the Silk Road, and enough danger to make your heart race. But who are the bad guys here? Who's he actually up against?
That's a great question. He's facing multiple forces. You've got those ruthless antiquities dealers. They're driven by greed and that desire to control this powerful artifact. They represent like the dark side of ambition, the willingness to exploit history for personal gain.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. And then there were those religious zealots. Those are interesting. What's their deal?
I know, right? They're like guardians of ancient knowledge, protectors of secrets that have been passed down for generations. Their motives are this total mystery, but they're completely devoted to their cause. They believe that the artifact needs to stay hidden, that its power is just too dangerous to be unleashed.
So it's more than just a treasure hunt. It's a clash of ideologies, a battle for like the very soul of history.
Exactly. And it's up to our hero to navigate this crazy landscape. He has to make choices that could have massive consequences, not just for him, but for the entire world.
The Silk Road itself, it becomes a metaphor for this journey, for the protagonist's growth and transformation in Ghost Trails. It really uses that setting to explore these bigger themes.
The Silk Road. It was this network of trade routes that stretched for thousands of miles, connecting east and west. For centuries, it was this melting pot of cultures, ideas, religions, a place where people from all walks of life came together to trade goods, stories, beliefs.
And you see that reflected in the story. You have all of these different characters, each with their own motivations, their own beliefs, and they all come together in this quest for the artifact.
Think about it. For our hero, the linguist, the Silk Road is this enormous library of knowledge and languages.
Yeah.
It's a place where those ancient texts come alive, where the past whispers secrets to those who know how to listen.
And the fact that they never actually reveal the artifact, it adds a whole other layer to this idea. It becomes the symbol of the unknown, the things that are hidden beneath the surface waiting to be discovered. It could be ultimate power, forgotten wisdom, or even some kind of warning from the past. The possibilities are endless.
It's like a reminder that the real treasures, they aren't always the things you can hold in your hand. Sometimes the greatest discoveries are the ones we make about ourselves, the ones that challenge what we believe and force us to grow.
And that's a powerful message. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about how you change along the way.
I love how Ghost Trails plays with those ideas of history and myth.
Yeah.
Makes you question what's real and what's just in your imagination.
Totally. It reminds us that history, it's more than just facts and dates. It's a collection of stories, interpretations, different perspectives. And sometimes those stories can be way more powerful than any object.
So what do you think? What's the big takeaway for our listeners? What can they learn from Ghost Trails and how it explores the Silk Road?
I think it encourages us to embrace the things we don't know, to be curious about the world, to dig deeper and look beyond the surface. There's always something new to discover, whether it's hidden in some old text or buried deep inside ourselves.
Beautifully said. The Silk Road. It's a reminder that adventure is out there waiting for anyone who's willing to look for it.
And remember, the journey is just as important as where you end up. What matters most is how you grow, how you transform, and what you discover along the way.
Before we wrap up Ghost Trails, let's take a closer look at our hero's journey. His transformation from a skeptical academic to this hardened adventurer. It's a pretty fascinating change. What do you think were some of those key moments that really shaped his character?
Welcome back to the Action Hero podcast. We're right in the thick of Ghost Trails, still following our linguist, who's become a full-blown explorer as he tries to unravel the secrets hidden in Marco Polo's legendary travelogue.
We left off with our hero standing right there in front of this mysterious chamber marked "Here be dragons." Talk about a cliffhanger, right?
What's really striking about this story is how it weaves history and myth together. It's like it creates this world where the line between reality and fantasy is blurred. The Silk Road with its ancient cities and those routes that have been forgotten for centuries. It all becomes this backdrop for an adventure that feels grounded, but also fantastical. You know?
Yeah, it's like stepping into one of those time machines. You can almost smell those spices in the air and hear all the different languages from a million different cultures. And you can really feel that weight of history all around you.
And our hero isn't just following a trail. He's walking in his ancestors' footsteps. You know? He's grappling with the legacy of Marco Polo, the explorer, the storyteller, the legend.
It's not even just about figuring out those codes. It's about our hero figuring out his own identity, where he fits in this massive story of history and adventure. He starts off as a total skeptic, right? He's someone who sees everything through this purely academic lens. But as he dives deeper into this mystery, his perspective totally changes. He starts to see the world not just for what it is, but what it could be. A world where those ancient myths actually hold real power. A world where the past influences the present in these huge ways.
And that transformation, that's what makes this story so captivating. It's not just about finding this lost artifact. It's about finding yourself. And the stakes are so high, this artifact, whatever it is, could completely change everything, could disrupt the balance of power. Imagine the chaos if it ends up in the wrong hands.
It's like the story's reminding us that history doesn't really stay buried.
Yeah.
The past can always come back and shake things up. And in a world obsessed with power, an artifact like this could change everything.
Absolutely. So we have this reluctant hero. He's on a quest for this legendary artifact. He's got a trail of clues leading him across the Silk Road. And there's enough danger to make anyone nervous. But who are the bad guys? Who is he really up against?
It's a great question. He's up against a lot of different forces. You've got those ruthless antiquities dealers. They're totally motivated by greed, that desire to control this powerful artifact. They're like the dark side of human ambition, and that desire to exploit history for their own gain.
Yeah, it's a cutthroat world. And then you have those religious zealots. They're kind of mysterious. What's their motivation?
Right. They're like the protectors of this ancient knowledge, guardians of secrets that have been handed down for generations.
Yeah.
Their motives are shrouded in mystery, but they're totally committed to their cause. They believe that the artifact has to stay hidden. They think it's too dangerous to be unleashed.
So it's not just a treasure hunt. It's this conflict of ideas, this battle for the soul of history itself.
Exactly. And it's up to our hero to navigate this tricky situation. He has to make decisions that could have massive consequences, not just for him, but for the whole world.
The Silk Road itself, it kind of becomes a metaphor for this journey, for the protagonist's growth and transformation, ghost trails. It really uses that setting to explore these bigger themes.
The Silk Road, it was this network of trade routes that went on for thousands of miles connecting east and west. For centuries, it was this mix of different cultures and ideas and religions. It was a place where all kinds of people came together to trade, to tell stories, and to share their beliefs.
And you see that reflected in the story. You have all these different characters. Each of them has their own reasons for being there, their own beliefs. And they all end up on this quest for this artifact.
Think about it. For our hero, he's a linguist.
Yeah.
Right. And for him, the Silk Road is this enormous library of knowledge and languages. It's like a place where ancient texts come to life, where the past whispers its secrets to those who know how to listen.
And the fact that the artifact is never actually revealed, it adds this whole other layer to it. It becomes the symbol of the unknown, the things that are hidden beneath the surface, the things that are waiting to be discovered. It could be the ultimate power or some lost piece of wisdom, or even a warning from the past. The possibilities are endless.
It's like a reminder that the real treasures, the things that are truly valuable, aren't always physical things. Sometimes the greatest discoveries are the ones we make about ourselves, the ones that challenge our beliefs and force us to grow and change.
And that's such a powerful message. It's not just about where you end up. It's about the journey. It's about how you change along the way.
I really love how Ghost Trails plays with those ideas of history and myth. It really makes you question what's real and what's just imagined.
Absolutely. It reminds us that history isn't just about dates and facts. It's about the stories and the different ways people interpret those events. And sometimes those stories are way more powerful than any object.
So what do you think? What's the takeaway for our listeners? What can they learn from Ghost Trails and the way it uses the Silk Road?
I think it encourages us to be open to the unknown, to be curious about the world around us, to really dig deeper and look beyond the obvious. There's always something more to discover. It might be hidden in some ancient text, or it might be buried deep inside ourselves.
That's beautiful, the Silk Road. It's like this reminder that adventure is out there for anyone who's willing to look for it.
And remember, the journey itself is just as important as the destination. What really matters is how you grow, how you change, and what you discover along the way.
Before we wrap up Ghost Trails, let's take a closer look at our hero's journey. His transformation from a skeptical academic to a battle-hardened adventurer is pretty fascinating. What were some of the moments that really shaped him as a character? And we are back for the thrilling conclusion of Ghost Trails, only here on the Action Hero podcast.
We've crossed mountains and deserts, followed ancient clues all along the Silk Road, alongside our linguist-turned-adventurer.
And now he's standing at the edge of the unknown, about to uncover the secret that's been driving this whole story.
Remember how the artifact itself has remained this kind of mysterious force? We never really get a clear picture of what it is.
Right. It's been shrouded in mystery the entire time.
And that just makes it all the more intriguing, doesn't it? What could it be? Some ancient object? A source of immense power? Maybe even like a portal to another world?
It could be anything.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the true treasure lies in the journey itself. Think about how our hero has changed throughout this whole adventure.
he totally transformed. He starts out as this cynical scholar viewing the world through his skeptical academic lens.
Right. And then he's thrust into this world of ancient secrets and hidden dangers, and he's forced to confront those beliefs to embrace the possibility of something truly extraordinary.
Exactly. He discovers a strength within himself that he never knew he had courage. He didn't even know he possessed.
And a thirst for adventure that might never be quenched.
The Silk Road becomes this metaphor for his personal journey, a path of self-discovery with all its challenges and triumphs.
You know what I think? I think we all have our own Silk Roads to travel, our own inner dragons to face.
That's a great point. Ghost Trails reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge and understanding can take us down these unexpected paths. It can make us question everything we thought we knew, and ultimately change who we are for the better.
It's a call to embrace the unknown, to step outside of our comfort zones, to seek adventure, and never stop exploring the world around us and the world within.
So put yourself in our hero's shoes. Imagine you're standing there at the entrance to that chamber. Legend says that whatever's inside has the power to change the world. What would you do?
Would you hesitate? Let fear hold you back? Or would you be brave enough to step into that unknown, to embrace the legacy of those who came before you and forge your own path?
Those are the choices that truly define us, the moments that shape who we become.
And that's what makes Ghost Trail such a powerful story. It's not just a thrilling adventure. It's a story that asks us to look inward, to consider what we're truly capable of achieving when we push past our limits.
It reminds us that the greatest journeys, often the ones that truly change us, are the journeys we take within ourselves.
And those discoveries we make along the way, they have the power to change our lives forever. So keep searching for your own ghost trails, keep exploring, and keep the spirit of adventure alive. And don't forget to rate and follow the Action Hero Podcast for more epic tales of action and excitement. We'll see you on the next thrilling journey.